where we left off, where did we leave off? So we left off where you guys charged the the wagon, right? Killed a few goblins along the way as you did the charge, and then you overturned the wagon, and you basically see this, right? This is the area around the wagon. So basically, there's like a bit of a mound of dirt that you see, and then like right around, right? Wrong one. Well, this thing here, right, is the water, right?
Right?
And then you have the ditch that's kind of like right here. There's a bit of a ladder here that it's not that far down, like maybe just a short jump, like, you know, they're goblins as well, so maybe it's like 4 or 5 feet. But there's like along the sides, right, there's some wood that holds up the sides, and you can almost use as ladders or something to stand on
Mhm.
while you were, while the goblins really wanted to try to stab at you or whatever. So you can really go up and down at any part to get in or out of the ditch. And then on the far side, right here, is basically a entrance to a tunnel where they all obviously basically retreated to, right? And and yeah, that's where you are. You did kind of search the bodies, so you're out of combat for right now. They're in there. They probably know that you're up here for now. So you did search the bodies. You didn't really find too much. Maybe you found like if you want any of their weapons or some shield. They might have had a few coins on them, but we can settle that later. Nothing of real consequence to where you're at.
All right. If they had any weapons or shit, we can just throw it in the cart that we have.
There you go.
Sit in
Bonus.
there.
Bonus. Let me pull up Druid. And what kind of Druid was Mike? Besides a flying Druid? He is. I am on the wrong
So
thing,
you
so I
said,
can't see what he is. He
so you said
picks.
nature druid or something.
Uh,
Wild shape.
well,
Oh yeah, that was it.
he's the wild. Well, he can wild shape, and then there's Leaf and Shifter. He's the Shifter dude. So
So
he.
Mike's not gonna make it.
Okay, no worries.
Uh, he said, "Are you making plans on Discord? I'll need to check it more often." He said he'll be ready to go next week, but I won't be here next week. So you guys will play without me.
Oh,
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And who knows?
I'll
I
be
mean,
I'll be the one.
maybe we'll be done after today. At least it's one adventure, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go from here. But yeah, this is just. And to be honest, he needs the least amount of help theoretically because he's played some other games as well. So, um, but all good. I've got Mike.
At least we know
Um,
what happened.
I yeah. Okay. So I'll be the druid until somebody. If someone pings me who wants to play, then we'll be fine. Otherwise, I've got the druid. So the druid, besides being a healer, he does have the ability to shapeshift. So
oh.
he can shapeshift into an animal as basically as big as a wolf, according to the thing. So he can do basically like a first level monster, we'll call it, or
Hmm.
creature, right? So he can't turn into, say, um, a goblin, or he can't turn into a T Rex. Like it would have to be an animal form,
Right.
but he can do that. Wild shape. So yeah, what y'all want to do?
Head down the hole.
Yep. Mike first.
Thanks for volunteer, Mike.
So,
He volunteered you.
excuse me. Let's see. So
Mike,
I'll say just real quick before you, and if you do go over the thing, you are going to be teleported to where you're going to go. So Um, I'm going to say I just want to see how far of a drop it is. Just give me 1 second because I don't remember. Um, yeah. Sure. Hmm. Doesn't seem to really say, so I'm tired of thinking. I will say it's not that far of a drop. We'll say it's probably, we'll say 10 feet, right? So, you know, if you were to jump it, you might take like a D6 worth of damage if you don't just go down and by the ladder, right? Um,
Or right.
Nice and rope.
or whatever
So
other funky things. Hmm?
there is a ladder there or something to go down or what?
I'll
I
say, yeah, for
assume.
those who have, you see the edge of the ladder, you can see it goes down. Certainly with those who have dark vision, which is probably Ken and Vicky's
Yes.
character, you can
Yes.
see it drops like um, 10 feet, and then there's like a
Hmm.
bit of a bit, well, yeah, we'll say 10 feet. Yeah, because they're goblins, so they're kind of smallish, I guess. So then you'll see that the tunnel, you can't see how far it goes, but you can see there is definitely like a passage that goes off, into the darkness.
All right. So since I have dark vision and I can actually see, I will go first to see if anything's down there.
Fair enough. So if
Oh,
you want
you
to,
want me to drag my guy over?
you can definitely drag your guy over.
Okay, let's see the ladder or in
Let's
the
see
middle
if
there.
my thing
Yeah.
works.
We're all
Work?
going
It did
anyway, so
not
let's just.
work. Hold on.
It did not take me down.
It didn't. Ah, man, did this thing break? God damn. You can't win. Up there he goes. Finally. I don't know how that happened. But
Okay.
maybe it was just delayed. So Ken, when you drop, I'll say what you see is you see where you're at here. There's a short passageway. There's some trash and other debris that's, by the entrance to a room. You see
Okay.
a bunch of some sleep from where you can see, right? I see what you can see. You can see kind of a couple goblins. You can see some debris. You can see some sleeping rolls and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, they've been waiting to greet you. So why don't we just kind of go through initiative
Mhm.
and
Okay.
we'll kind of go
Yeah.
from there.
Hassan Chop.
There you go. Ooh, dramatic music. So I'll put my goblins in. And what you want to do is, if you want to do it the fancy way, is if you right click on your character, right, you'll see a bunch of icons appear around your
Yep.
character. The
Yep.
bottom right one with the crossed swords and shield
Yep.
is the enter your character into
Combat.
combat, and then you'd have to
Right.
roll initiative. And I will remind Vicky that she has
Found it.
advantage on her initiative rolls.
Am I rolling too, Paul?
Everyone who's going down.
Okay. Roll it.
I'm just making sure Vic remembers to roll with initiative with advantage on her roll.
Do I roll it all?
Wow.
Vic, did
Or
you really roll an
Goblin.
8 on advantage? That's really bad. Wow.
where am I at?
Where you at? Well, I'll add you, and now you can add yourself.
You
So
are.
if you look on the right hand side, Steve, you'll see that
Mm-hmm.
there is one particular icon that looks like crossed swords. If you
Right.
click on those crossed swords, then you'll see the order of initiative. And right now you're at
Okay,
the
there
bottom.
you
So you just have to click your little die by your name, and it will spin.
go. Oh, here.
Wherever the little die is next to your name in the initiative order.
Uh, oh,
So right now
uh,
it's
Where do we
Goblin
roll? Where do we
Captain,
roll the
Goblin,
initiative?
Goblin, Goblin. What's that?
Where do we roll the initiative?
Click on your character. Click
Uh,
on your character on the screen,
mhm.
Right.
and then
okay.
on the right-hand side down the bottom, there's these little icons on it.
Oh, there you go.
Bottom one is for
Okay.
pulling up the thing, and then in your
Where the cross sword? Oh, where the
where the cross swords is, it brings
right.
that up, and then on the cross swords on the side,
My
it
guy's not in there. That's why I'm
Yeah, you got to add
okay.
him first.
okay. How do I do that? I don't
If
remember.
you right click on your Steve figured it out. He spun a 1. Steve, you are the consistency of spinning.
At least I did it.
So there you go. You added
Okay.
it. Now, if you look on the initiative order on the right-hand side of your screen, you will see that you are last, and there'll be a 20-sided die next to your name. If you click on the 20-sided die,
Back on the real
it
down.
will prompt you to roll, and then just say a normal roll.
Is it normal? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, John.
9.
9. All right.
Change my name to
So
Cato.
there you go. So Ken drops down first. So Ken, you hear? I forget what this dude does. Let me go and pull him up. Boop. So you can kind of see Ken all
Yeah,
the
I
way in
can't
the
see
back.
anything on the screen right now.
Oh, well, do you
My
see where your
screen's
character
gone.
is? You should be over
Nope, I
here
see
on the
nothing.
right-hand side. I can see you. If I click on your
That's weird.
character, I can see that you can see.
I
Move
can't
to
see a
the
darn thing.
right. The right. The right. Keep going right. Just keep moving your mouse right until you can't move right. If you have
Yeah,
to
I'm not seeing
zoom all the
anything.
way
Hang on.
out using your mouse wheel so you can see
In
the
the
entire
Ranger.
thing.
Hang on. What the heck?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Try hitting F5 just for
Right.
shits and giggles. That will reload your web page.
Yep.
The teleport
No, come
ability is
I see everybody in the left-hand corner, lower left-hand corner.
yeah, you do, except for Ken because he's somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
So the ability to move the characters like that is an add-on. So that might have been patched recently. It should work though. It did get him there. It was a little kludgy, I will say that much.
on. All right. I had to turn around and reload it by
Yeah.
typing the HPP in again. I don't know why, but
Oh,
I'm
weird.
there now.
Hey, Paul.
Yes, sir.
What is latency on the bottom left? Is
Oh,
28 milliseconds?
yeah, that's just saying whether or not you have any delay.
Oh, okay.
28 milliseconds. If you're noticing the 28 millisecond delay, then you got better eyes than I do.
Yeah. Found
So,
it.
so Ken, if you can see your character now, and if you
Yes.
notice, there are some parts that look black and white, and there are some parts that look lit up, right? So
Yes.
the parts that are black and white are part of your dark vision, right? Because in your dark vision, you don't
Oh,
normally see
pretty cool.
color, whereas
Right.
the lit part is in color, right?
Yep.
And you see a few goblins. There are some that are kind of behind some mounds of dirt and rock, and in the back there's one that looks like the leader. He kind of has, we'll call it a throne, but it's really a piece of crap chair that's been beat to hell. And maybe at the top it has like you know the head of some animal and stuff like that he thinks makes him look tough. And he's like,
Okay.
there's one of them, get him. And that's about all he does. And
Of course.
yeah, I'm not gonna have him take a surprise attack. They were, anything like that, or vice versa, because they knew you were coming, you knew they were coming. So once you dropped, and you spent some time. Like it took you like a good 5 minutes of searching around before you decided to drop in.
Right.
So these goblins are going to take some shots at you with a short bow because
Yep.
you're the only target. So we're just going to kind of run through these three goblins that are right. Let me see where the goblins are. Hold on one second. Boop. So what's this guy doing? So actually, this is one goblin. We're going to skip him for now. This other goblin that's right there in the front. He sees you. He's definitely going to take a shot at you. Short bow. Yes, we're not playing that system, Vicky. Don't get us carried away. Uh, so, yeah, so he spun a 14. I didn't have Ken targeted, but I believe that misses. Yep, because you have your shield out, I presume, correct?
Yes.
You were going very defensive. So that
Yes.
one missed you, so it just kind of flies over your shoulder. And the next one is this goblin all the way in the back. And I'm going to do this. Boop. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do a spin. Because I'm tired of not knowing. Let's see how that works. And he spun even worse. He spun a 7. So he also misses. So with that, Ken, you are up.
All right.
So let me just check something out here real quick before you move, please.
Yep.
So boop a doop a doop a doo. I'm in. Okay. Yep.
All right. Ready?
I am ready.
We're gonna. All right. I am going to. Whoa! Not do that. So that's 35, which means I can attack this guy in front of me.
So hold on one second before you do that. So as you kind of run towards them and you go over that area of clutter and other bullshit, there
Right.
was a spike trap there. So these
Oh, great.
Awesome.
spikes kind of basically kind of spring
Fucking
up
right.
into your face. And could you
Okay.
make me a dexterity save, please?
Sure. Gotta bring up my character.
So for you, once you have your character up,
16.
you did make that. Very good. So with your dark vision, and just give me one second here. So it's sure. You got it. So as you kind of run towards it, this spike trap kind of springs up at you. But since you have dark vision, you kind of catch it coming a bit sooner than your comrades would have. And I'll say you kind of dodge it, and it kind of like catches your catches your shoulder or something like that. Not too bad, but you do take 2 points of damage, which I'll just apply to you.
Okay.
And now you're up. So as you enter the room more, you can see that there's like the leader. There's like a couple of goblins that are behind these stone areas. You have this guy here by the fire. You have another guy over here. And you can see another one back over here. So altogether, you got 3, 2, 5, 6 of them.
Awesome. So I will try and hit the guy who's in front of me right now.
Go for it. So if you do something, I'm going to teach you something else before you spin. Okay.
So, yep.
One way you could do this, there's another faster way, but I forget what it is. But if you right click on the person that you want to attack,
Okay.
and then you see there's a thing that looks like a target,
It says, I just see a thing that says unharmed.
that's fine. Right click on them.
I did. That's what
Oh
I'm
shit.
getting.
Maybe you can't do it that
It
way.
says unharmed.
How do we? Dang it! Hold on 1 second. Fail. This happens when you're a DM. You don't do the same things the way I do them. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Uh. Okay. So if you do. Uh. Is it double right click? Try double right click. You want to see there's a couple arrows around them.
It's not giving me anything. It's just telling me. Oh, okay. Well, it's giving me arrows
Yeah.
at
Is
the
there like
very
arrows
corner,
around the
but it's
token?
not. But it's not doing anything.
That's okay. There's arrows around the token. Sounds
There's
like yes.
arrows like pointing into the guy.
Yeah, perfect. So now when you spin the hit, it will tell you if you
Okay.
hit.
All right.
Because you've targeted the
So,
creature, it knows its armor class. Now if you spin your stuff, it's going to say, yeah, you did hit him. Or it'll be red or green
all
or
right.
something.
So I just bring up my character and hit the combat thing again.
Yeah, you swinging with your sword or whatever you got. Axe, a
Yep.
great axe. And you should have a
Come on.
+1 axe now.
Right. So where's my axe?
It says, like, oh, well, 1 second. It's probably not. Sorry. It's there now. Look again.
Okay. I was like,
It's because I
didn't see
took
my
it.
axe.
Yeah. Well, if you don't see it, that means you're not equipped with it. So you have to go back into your
Gotcha.
inventory and click the little shield so it shows up. Because I
All right. So
I deleted your axe and gave you a +1 axe. So that's why your old
yes.
axe is gone. So you see it says it's all in green. It says 15. That means you
Yes.
hit. So now you can spin the lower damage option for your battle axe because the higher is for two-handed.
All right. So the normal damage 3.
3 plus 3 is 6 because you get
3
bonuses
is
with
6.
that. Yep.
Yep.
So I will apply it. He is a badly injured goblin, and I hate not having combat music. Let's see if it works. Sorry if that's loud. It's always loud the first time.
I can't hear a thing. Can't hear a thing. I
turned it down.
I turned mine down.
Awesome. There are people who like combat music and people who don't. So no harm, no foul. So that was your movement, and you did an action. Is there anything that you want to try to do as a bonus action that you can do?
I will guard with my bonus action so I don't get smacked again.
So that is your what is that? That's basically one of your features, right? Guard. Yes, it is. So
yes.
Bonus action. Yes. You select.
And I
one enemy
basically have to
within
select
5 feet of
one.
you.
And I will take the guy in front of me to guard against.
That's fair. He's probably the one who's the most likely to try and do something. All right, so this goblin to your other side is the next one. So I am not going to have them use that ability right now. Okay, so this guy is going to basically walk up to Ken and give him a swipe.
Great tornado lunch.
I didn't target Ken, but I know that misses. So goblins are sneaky creatures. They can use their bonus action to basically what's called disengage. So just to let people know, what they can do is normally when you move away from a character, when you're right next to them, they get a free shot at you. But goblins, they roll differently. If they use their bonus action to do it, they can move away from you, and you don't get the free attack. So this guy is basically going to, for right now, kind of move back over here. And that will take us to Mike's turn. So here comes the Did I skip the Ranger? I'm sorry, Ranger.
Me. Yep.
Dang it. I don't know how I did that. I must have double clicked it. So you're up to bat. Go ahead.
All right. So I will jump in the hole.
I will put this guy here. I'll put him back before he hits Ken. So let's have you jump into the hole. We'll see how well it works. Something is a little screwed up with this. I'll see what happened later. When I tested it the other day, it worked great. Why it doesn't work now, I don't know. There it goes. So for you, Ranger Rex, what you can see is you get teleported. You have an area of darkness, which is what you can't see because you can't see. You have no light source. But then in the room where Ken is, there is a light source. So you go about 15, 20 feet, and you will see Ken. He's clearly fighting some goblins, and you can move wherever you want to move. I'll say you're all standing around the entrance, right? So I'll say you moved like maybe 5 feet so far. So now that you're out of the darkness and you kind of like, you kind of bump into the trap that stabbed Ken slightly. It doesn't do any damage to you. It's been set off. And you can see at least some goblins in the room. You can see there's some more over here, like behind Ken's goblin. It's just that they're kind of hiding behind stone and stuff like that, so it doesn't give you the best line of sight from where you are right now.
All right. I'll gauge this one right here.
All right. So again, if you, whatever Ken did, whether it was a right click or a double right click, I forget. If you click on the one that you want to target, so that there's some arrows kind of bouncing around them, and then you spin your attack to hit. Yep. Then spin your attack to hit, then you will see whether you hit them or not. There you go. Hit the attack.
Oh.
No, those natural
Smack
ones.
myself in the face.
All right, so I'm just trying to see, remember what you had, sir. So that was, and what were you doing?
Sword.
Oh, you were the double short sword guy. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
So you were the one, as I keep mixing up the two of you on which one had which ability. So is that your ability then that I said could do like 2 attacks with your, if you're offhand with your bonus action? Let me see if my brain is right. Yes, that is you. So you attacked with your normal hand and you missed. That's your action. You can attack 2 more times with your left hand, assuming you're right-handed. And or you could do something else that you could do with bonus actions if you have it.
Bonus action. I'll just go with the regular attack.
Mm-hmm. So spin to attack 2 more times. If you're in where the damage is or your miss, there's still the attack button there. If you just want to click on that instead of your character sheet, feel free.
Well, maybe I'll do actually a bonus action. Maybe I'll do that Draconic Smite.
Ooh, what sexy thing do you have? Let's see. So, what is it called?
Draconic Smite.
That is a bonus action. You are correct. So the next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon during the spell's duration, the weapon takes the form of a silver dragon's head. It does extra damage. So you can, I would say the best thing to do is to do that action next turn. So I'll explain that why, right? So you get an action and a bonus action. The better way to do it is use your bonus action first. You can do it in any order you want. Do the bonus action first, put it on your sword, then then spin the hit, And then if you hit,
Goodbye.
it will take the extra damage, right? If you cast it now, this is a spell that uses concentration, so you have to think about it to keep it going, right? So anytime that someone spins and hits you, you might lose it, and you won't get another attack until next turn at this rate. So I would say do that next turn.
Just do the short sword, the second sword.
Just do 2 short swords. You get 2 more attacks.
Yeah.
You'll just do less damage with them.
There's somewhere I can make it 2, right?
I don't think so. Just spin to attack once and then do it again. And the attack button is in the... Yeah, there you go.
That one hit.
15's going to hit. And then if you want to attack again, that's up to you. Or do your damage first, whatever makes you happy.
We'll do attack again.
Well, that's a miss. So just give me 1 damage, please. Or 1 damage roll.
Okay, where's that at? Hold on.
Do you see... If you go to the
should be-
far right, where the cross swords were, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click on that, and you can see all your spins, and you see buttons in there that says attack and damage. Just click on the damage button.
Over where the round 1, where it said round 1, where the initiative was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take it back. Do the button above it. It has the little 2 talkie bubbles.
Oh.
My bad.
Okay, that's right. All right. Scroll up.
So you
What's
can
in
see
that?
here, it's showing you that you hit and missed, right? You can see the 19 hit and the 15 missed. On the 14 missed, excuse me.
14 missed.
Yeah. You need a 15. You probably can't see that, but I can see that. So just click on the damage button where it says Ranger X short sword,
Okay.
has an attack button, a damage button. Click on the damage button. There you go. So that would be 8, but you don't get the +2, so you just get 6. But that's still pretty good because they're just goblins.
Alrighty.
All right. So I am going to go back here. This goblin needs to go back over here because that's where he did after Ken's attack. And now it's Mike's turn. So I got to do something with Mike. Do you want me to continue to control Mike, or you want me to, or someone else want to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to put him down the hole. I don't know why I have to move him out, but teleport him. So there he is. So what does Mike have? Mike has spell casting. He has... Whoa, that was loud. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
The beginning of it.
It changed this. It changed the song, and I got blasted. Because evidently it's by blast. You know what? I'm gonna do. Let's try this. Oh, he's got. Let him move into the room. Let's start with that. And I'm gonna call that 5. I'm gonna try. Say 5 to get in. 10, 15, 20. So now we can see stuff. This is a tight room. You know what? Let's just poison spray this one dude here, because I'm going to go on this side, and we're going to poison spray this one here.
The Green Hornet.
There you go. Poison spray. I just saw it. I hate this. I'm going to actually read. There we go. Thank you. All right, so the dude's got to make a con save of 13. I shouldn't be saying that out loud, but that's okay. He fails. So at that point, well, I guess Mike knows what the heck his save for his spells is. Boink. Roof. So Mike kind of holds out his hand and sprays this one goblin with poison. And he misses his save. He takes 11 damage, and that one goblin is near death. And with that, Vicky, you're up to bat.
Okay.
So let's jump over the thing and then move off of the thing, and it will teleport you. I don't know why it works that way now. That's dumb, but I'll find out later.
Wait, where'd everybody go?
Yeah, you're next, Steve. Hold on 1 second. So Vic, you can see in the dark. So you see the dark area is dark. You see a goblin that's in the dark and has got sprayed by Mike, and you see a spent trap, and you see Ken and a couple goblins in the room. There's clearly more stuff going on, but hey, that's where we are.
Oh. I don't know what all your spells are, but I know you have magic missile. You could like
Yeah.
hit everyone
what I'm
who's
gonna
injured.
I'm going for the magic missile.
Do you want to move into the room so you can see more of the dudes? Or do you want to missile them from there? I don't care. I just work here. So with that, you can see the one by Mike, Ken, and Ranger Rex are all in various amount of injured. So you could have one dart go to each one and see what happens, or you could like send 2 darts on one and 1 dart on the other, or you could like plaster somebody with 3 darts.
There's 2 that I can see that are damaged.
There's
Great.
those 2 you're mousing over, and the one directly in front of you.
Oh, okay, he's not.
So one
is he
one
hurt?
right, one by.
Yeah, because Mike's in the way, but it says near death. Sorry.
Okay, 1 for each.
1 for each? Okay, so which one do you want to spin first?
Oh, wait a second. Let me see this for a second. Badly injured. Badly.
Hey, let me
No,
move Mike
I-
out of the way for a second so you can see that he's near death. Oof.
I'll do the one near death. And how squishy is Rex versus Ken?
Well, Ken is
Uh,
badly injured and Rex is unharmed.
All right, I'll send 2 to Ken's.
All right. Cast your spell, please, and spin me some damage. Is the first arrow going to go to the near-death one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Badly injured means I'm like half dead. Because I had 16 out of my max is 34. So,
Has our hit points stayed the same, Paul, since the last time I played?
Yes. Nobody has
Down,
healed or
13
anything
points
since-
left. Okay.
yeah, so when you left, we healed your guy who had just been injured. So
Oh yeah, Mike threw a heal spell on you.
So what does that mean? Up to
You got
27?
what you got. You're okay.
we got your points back to where you were basically.
Okay, thanks.
You're injured,
That's
but
fine.
you're not as injured as Ken. How about that?
The bill will be in the mail. Don't worry.
There you go.
Thanks, Ken.
Where do I hit to make this go?
Sure. So on your character sheet, under actions, there's a list of actions, and one of them says magic missile. It's the next to last one on magic. On actions, excuse me.
I found it, but it just says the roll for the damage, not for the.
You hit automatically.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That's okay.
I'm
There's
like,
no
where do
spin
I
to hit.
Because last time I played, I was hitting the damage, and you're like, wait, you got to spin to make sure if you hit it. And I'm like, I can't find it on this.
Oh, not for magic missile. This dude
Okay.
is quite dead. And I will move Mike back. So if you want to spin 2 more damage rolls, hopefully without casting the spell, or if you just want to spin, if you want, you could just type something like 2d /R 2d4 plus 2.
/R.
Space 2d4 plus 2.
Did it do anything?
It did 8. And that's enough to kill him.
Yay.
So that'd be 2 dead goblins. I'll say from where you're at there, Vic, that you moved, say 5 to go down, 10, 15. You can move another 3 squares if you want to go somewhere else in the room.
I take it there's a wall to my right. There's nothing else to see there.
This is the room.
Oh, there's no doors or anything?
There is no way out that you can see. It's just a rat hole or goblin hole.
Which one is on the dilapidated chair?
He's kind of
The one
behind
way
some...
in the back.
Ken
So
can see
past
him.
me.
Yeah. If you want to move further in the room, like on the same column as Ken, you'll definitely see him.
Oh, I can move diagonal, right? So
You can move, say, 2 diagonal or something like that. Yeah, you can go there, or 1 more over. What are you going to do? Okay, that's it. All right, with that, I've got. Whoop! God dang it! Hit the wrong button. Boop. All right, so this goblin. So this goblin is looking out here, and he's like, "Arr." But he has his bow, and he's just going to sit here and plop arrows at people. So, you know what? I'm just going to spin. Whether it's the person who's shooting magical arrows at people, or the person like flinging acid. So let me just do a roll here between Mike and Vicky. Mike will be even. So yeah, he'll shoot at Mike. That's what he gets for not being here. So let's do a roll. Yep, that is definitely going to hit Mike.
what's Mike's armor class?
Well, it wasn't 23, so I knew he got hit. It's actually for Mike, it's 14. So Mike will take 6 damage as he moves around this dead goblin. He gets an arrow, we'll say, in the back. Okay. Sorry, one person was just pinging me saying he can't jump in. Sure. So with that, we go to Steve, who's been waiting patiently. Hello. That's what happens when you spin a 1 on your initiative roll, Steve. So go.
Just keep him with last week.
That's right. If you go right here over where the little goblin hole is, and then move off of that space.
Right.
Just move one thing off. Move
okay.
Off. Now you held down too long. One more time. There you go. Now you're gone. So there you go. You see utter chaos. You see dead goblins. You see Mike. You see a little bit of everything going on. So if you want to move further in north to get you to be able to see more of the room, you can do that.
All right, hold on 2 minutes. It's so small. Can I attack anybody from here?
What's that?
What's that? Should I move in?
Yeah, move in. Move a couple spaces in. You gotta drag your dude.
Yep.
There you go. Sure, you're a monk. You can run as far as much as you want. I think you move 45 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So let's see, 5. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You could actually move 2 more spaces because that goblin in front of you is quite dead.
Okay, where should I go? Any other job? Where's the guy with the arrow?
The guy with the
He's
arrow,
to the
there's one
left.
right here in front of you.
He's like directly in
This guy
front
right
of you.
There's one
Right
right
there?
here.
Spaces.
He's kind of
Alright,
half in the dark and half in the light. Because he's
I'll attack
behind
him.
some stuff. You move 1 space forward. Go get him.
Alright.
North. There you go.
I'll attack him with my spear.
Go for it. Spear doesn't cost key points.
Okay, let's see if there's my public roll. Here we go. I do a public roll.
Yeah, go for it. Click, click normal.
Oh. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I tried doing a public roll. Huh. Okay. Let's see.
Did it still pop up with the does a
I
box
didn't
pop
see
up,
that.
or what do you got?
No, right on the right near the bottom right is a public roll. Next, and then there's a private roll below that.
Oh no. Well, you could do it that way. If you open up your character sheet, you could go to where it says actions and just click on use spear. Or you could just punch him.
I'm
Because
gonna
you're a
punch him.
monk. You punch people.
I'll punch him. I'll punch him.
Open up your character sheet.
All right.
And the first action says monk unarmed strike. And there's a button there that says use.
Okay, got it.
Click on that. There you go. So now you should see over. There you go. By the way, to anyone who missed, which would be Rex for sure. I forget if you missed, Ken. Add a luck point.
So I guess I
on
did
your-
spear attack.
I don't care. Whatever.
Okay.
You're using the monk strike though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit. So for those other people, you can add a luck to your character sheet, so you could use that to help you hit next time. So Steve, if you're going on the right-hand side, so you clicked on the 2 bubbles, the talkie bubbles, you should see at the bottom, it says monk unarmed strike, and it says attack damage, and it shows your attack that you hit with a 22, and you just have to click on the damage.
Let's see.
On the
Where-
very
where's that?
right-hand side, there's the cross swords, and above that,
Yeah, I
there's
can't see it.
the talkie
All right,
bubbles.
hold on.
It's okay.
Let me close the sheet. Okay, there's cross swords.
And above that,
Yeah,
the
Got it.
talkie bubbles.
got it.
At the very
Okay.
bottom, right?
Yes.
It's showing you all the
Yes.
combat that happened. The last thing shows you roll of 22. Then above that, it says monk unarmed strike, attack and damage. So click on the damage button.
I got it. I see. Scroll down to me.
Yeah, you gotta scroll down to the bottom.
Okay. Damage. Click it.
Yes, sir.
Normal.
Yes.
I did it.
Good job.
I got
And
shot.
that did 7. If you want to punch again with your other hand, then just again where it says, instead of clicking damage this time, just click the attack button that's sitting above it.
Okay, hold on a second. Normal.
Yes.
I did. think so.
Let me see. What does he have? That's Steve's character. Wrong one. Nope. That doesn't do it.
Okay.
So you punched him once. He's hurt. Did he take damage? I didn't give him damage. I'm sorry. You gave him a good punch. He's badly injured. Oh, Nat's here. Hold on 1 second. Now, click on the pin and use the URL to get in. sign in as um, Mike. I knew I'd get one of my peeps in here. All right, cool. All right. The goblin captain is up, and he is not pleased with this whole thing. So he says, oh, who's he got? He's got Steve, which is badly injured, and he's got Ken, which is badly injured. He's like, I gotta do everything myself. What do I pay you for? Hey, Nat.
Hey,
Hello, Matt.
Hello.
Yeah, you can have. Yeah, I see you in as Mike. So you're the bird guy. You are a 3rd level druid shifter. And it's not your turn, so you can go and look at what the hell you have.
Yeah, it's been a while, so
I understand. I'm not usually a druid main either. I'm wizard and wizards, and I'm all arcane. All right, so this guy. So who looks nastier, the unarmed Steve or the big Ken guy there? We'll say all right, because Steve is going after you.
Okay. Can I do a patient defense?
Maybe. I'm not used to monks either. I gotta go and look up what that does real quick.
I have heightened senses.
That ain't gonna help. Patient defense.
Sorry.
I think. I think you're good for right now.
Okay.
I don't
Sounds
see
good.
patient defense, but that's okay. We'll figure it out in a second. Let's do some slashies. So he has a scimitar. He's going to make 2 attacks. So let's go do that. And that is going to hit. And that is a miss. So he does hit Steve once with his scimitar.
Okay.
And Steve will take 6 damage, which
Okay.
puts him near death.
Oh. Okay.
So,
What now?
so with that, the goblin is like, is Ken missing from initiative? I don't know. Is Ken there? What happened to Ken?
I am here.
Yeah, but I don't see you in the
Oh.
initiative order. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
I'll put you back. Do you remember where you were? You were after the 3
I was after
goblins.
after the 3.
He
I
was.
will just throw you there at a 15. That would be good enough. Boop. Okay. My wife is watching what I'm doing from afar. So the goblin leader turns around to the little guy behind him and says, "Hey, you! Get this guy!" And the goblin says, "You got it, boss." So this is an ability the goblin leader has called "Get That One." So basically, he does that, and the goblin uses its reaction to run. Get me over there. I want him there actually, but people were in the way. There we go. He jumps up from behind the rubble, and he will attack Ken because that's the person he pointed to. So he gets an extra attack. He gets a free attack on Ken as his reaction. That's his ability. So let's see what happens. I gotta uncheck this guy. Someone checked. I guess it is. Oh, I see. That will miss Ken with his shield. So the goblin leader kind of rolls his eyes again. He's just like, you can't get good help. All right, so it is so which one is it? It's this guy. Oh, it's the guy fighting Ranger Rex. So this guy here in the shadows is going to do an attack on the Ranger.
Yeah, what?
Uh,
Okay.
and he spun a 1, so that ain't gonna do nothing. And as he's gonna move more into the shadows, kind of like over here. And then he is going to, he can use a bonus action to try to hide. That sounds like fun. So let's see what he rolls for stealth. Well, he rolled a 6 when you all get it 10 down. So he's like, you can't see me. And he goes into the shadow, but he does it like really poorly and everybody sees him. So I'll skip the dead guy, and now it's the goblin's turn, who missed Ken. And since he was told to attack Ken, and he wants to earn his bonus for today, he will continue to attack Ken. And considering that these goblins are spitting just about as well as Steve, he misses. And with that, Ken, you are up.
All right, I am going to attack the guy here.
Are you going for the leader or the guy who's attacking you?
Yes, the leader. I clicked on him.
All right, go for it.
Oh, that was not great.
Nope.
All right, and my bonus action, I will defend against the leader attacking me, or guard against the leader attacking me.
Okay, so you're doing your guard stuff. That's fine.
So I can actually click on that on my thing.
Yep.
So it just says use. There you go.
And while you're doing that, Ranger Rex, you can do your thing. Yep, I see that you have your shield raised.
Right.
So there's still a goblin next to you. He's trying to hide, and like he's just like right there.
Right. Well, I'm going to use the Draconic Strike.
Okay,
like
so that's
that.
your bonus action. So click the use button on that.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome, and now do your attack, your normal attack. Well, let's see if you hit first. If you hit with your regular attack, you will do that extra 4 damage.
Regular there.
Yeah, that's okay. There you go.
11.
That is exactly what you need to hit because you get +4. So,
now roll your damage.
Get down there.
Yep, roll your damage. And that was 6. Okay. So this dude here, he's going to take 6 damage. And is he dead? He is dead. So he also took an extra 4 damage, which is fine. But you, as part of your spell,
really dead.
He's really, really dead. So as you hit this guy, this goblin that's just kind of trying to pathetically hide in the shadows, you go and you just give him a slash with this blast of cold energy as you hit him. And your extra damage you can apply to 4 other creatures to your choosing. So you can hit all the other goblins that are still alive with an extra 4 damage as this cold blast hits them. But they have to make a saving throw, so they will see if they do it.
Right.
So let me roll some saving throws real quick, and I'll see if any of these guys miss their save. So this was a Constitution. Well, the leader failed, and the other 2 guys. Let's see. Well, no one said these guys were good at Constitution rolls. Hey, one made it. So the leader and the guy directly next to him who was hitting Ken, they will each take 4 damage.
Heck of that. Yeah, bloody.
So that was your bonus action and your action. You can move if you want to move anywhere. This guy, yeah, he's dead.
All right, and these guys are both injured, and then there's guy, plus this guy. All right, that
The
I know
only
of.
guys left are the ones by Steve and Ken.
Well, can I run over Steve? So,
I'm not giving out much.
but if he doesn't take a hit. Maybe.
You can move. I'll let you move behind the. I'll put you here. And when you move through a friendly token, it's like double movement, right? So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and an extra 5 is 30. So you can move there. You cannot normally move through unfriendly tokens. But friendly tokens, you can move through at half speed. So I can put you there, and you've got like a dude to your west, the leader to your south, and another guy to your southeast. I'll let you take your pick.
The one right above Steve, to my left.
All right. Fair enough. So do your attack.
Oh,
No, that's not going to do it. So that's your regular attack. You're going to use your bonus action 2 attacks or something else?
I will try that. Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it. Ugh.
You gotta
Yep,
you gotta
yep,
you gotta get rid of these pink dye. They ain't cutting it. One more.
That must be the problem. Oh. What?
There you go. That hits. And if you can give me damage, and I gotta take off a few hit points here because it's your offhand. So he will actually take 4. Not 6. And he is near death. And with that, Nat, what fun thing do you want to do with your druid?
Well, a bunch of spells I've never heard of before here. My question is, first off, is this the only character that can heal?
Yes.
Oh well,
I think
then,
so.
Then that means that Steve needs a little pick me up.
That seems to have been his quest so far today in this battle. Yes.
That's on chop.
Throw the boys
Son
some hit
needs
points.
armor.
What's that?
And let's go ahead and upcast it too, just because.
That's right. You're a full caster. You have a 2nd level spell. Whoa. Steve gets 12 hit points back.
Oh, what am
We're
I at,
alive.
Paul? What am I at, Paul? I'm at 12.
You're wherever you are now. You're at 12 or 18. It looks like whatever it's up to.
And I don't think I have any bonus actions. I'm still looking.
That's okay. The only bonus
Thanks, Mark.
action I see you have is Nature's Gift, which is also a healing thing, and Wild Shape. Draw power.
Yeah. So I think I'll go ahead and pass on my bonus action.
Fair enough. I appreciate you jumping in.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, that's not Mark. This is Nat.
That's the
Sorry, Matt.
That.
That's
Hey, Matt.
yeah, whatever. Vicky, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna do magic missile again.
You and your magic missile. Who art thou magic missiling?
One to the near death guy,
Okay.
and two to the captain.
Okay. So cast your spell and go hit the near death guy. And then if you want to spin the way you did before, /R space 2d4 plus 2. 2. How near death was he? Yep, that he was 2 hit points near death. He is dead. So now do the /R space 2d4 plus 2. Seven. All right.
I'm good.
Okay. Steve, you're up.
All right, hold on. Oh my gosh. Here I am. All right. What's the situation here, Paul? Anybody still near me? The big guy or a stranger?
The leader is right next to you.
I'll hit him.
All right.
Handshot.
Spin your unarmed strike,
All right.
or whatever I named it.
I'll do unarmed strike. Here we go.
There you go. There you go. So again, there you go.
13.
13. That will hit.
Okay.
So now you got damage.
Yep.
How do you get to the end, Paul?
Go to the right and
Okay,
go into
okay.
the area with the 2 talky bubbles, and
Right,
you're
okay,
the
yep.
last. You'll
Gotcha.
see your unarmed
And
strike
scroll
at
to
the
the
damage.
bottom.
Yep.
Then. To the bottom. Steve, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. What was it?
Just
Hit
above the
attack.
bottom, it should show you.
You hit attack.
It shows your 18, and then it shows the damage button.
Okay.
Do you? Hey, well, that's a 2 hit. So I'll
Ooh.
say you hit twice.
Sec-
I'll say that was your second hit. Now you got to give me 2 damages,
Okay. Wait, one.
not attacks,
one?
but damages.
Yep.
Sure. I haven't. Yeah, that's 1, and let's do it again.
Okay.
5 plus.
Hit normal.
And it's 7. All right. So he's a hurting leader, but he is not dead. No, you don't get 3.
Oh.
Calm down.
See, Steve just bludgeoned him for the fun of it now.
If you got a 0, roll Paul 10.
All right,
Whatever.
so it's the leader's turn. So the leader looks around. And he's like, "You guys are horrible. You're all fired." And like the one goblin's like, "I'm the last one left, boss. The rest they're dead. You're fired too." And as his good for them. They deserve it. So as his bonus action, he's allowed to disengage. So he's going to do his bonus action disengage. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. And he can move 30 feet. Oh, wrong
I'll
one.
track him down.
Whoop.
Well, 1 second. I'm on the wrong one. My bad. Zoop. 30 feet. So that was his bonus action disengaged. And then he's going to take his normal movement. 5, 10, 15. Go out. There you go. And then,
Oh, he ran away.
yep,
Ran away.
you just hear from the top, "You have not heard the last of the House of Dib."
Little does he know, Vicky stuck her foot out. And tripped him.
He disengaged, so you do not get any attacks on him as he does that. That's what disengage does.
Go in the back. On the step.
I'm just gonna do this. Hold on a second. Well, fudge, he came back. I don't want to do that. Get out. Get out.
Do you remember the banana peel at the bottom of this ladder?
There is something really weird going on with this. There we go. Thank you. We'll just do that. So I'm going to do copy, and give me 1 second here. We're going to go here. Where is he? Oh, good. I do see him. Burp. And then he's going to go... Stupid thing. There we go. What the heck here? All right, that's enough of this. 1 second. There's a wall in my way, and it's really annoying. Delete. Thank you. When in doubt, just delete the damn wall. All right. So, under the wagon. Back to where I was. All right. So he just like tears out the door, and he just scampers up, and off he goes. So with that, there's a bunch of dead guys, and then there's this goblin, and he's just like looks at all you and sees his boss running away. He's like, boss, where are you going? Come back. And I'm sorry, I'll do better next time. And he also can do the disengage thing, and he can run after him. I'm gonna do copy. And you just hear this voice running off to the distance. Boss, come back! Come back! All right. So with that, that's their turn. So, Ken, you are up. Do you want to try to chase after them?
Yes, that's what I was going to do.
All right.
So, whoop. Even though I'm badly injured.
Yes. So, I'm going to say if I go and take a look at your token here. Let me just go and do a measure thing. So that's going to be 35 foot, 40 to get up. So what you can do is they're fast little buggers, right? Because they're using their bonus action to disengage. They're moving with their movement, and then they're using their regular action to dash as well. So they are moving 90 feet per whatever. You can move flat out about 60 feet. Now, Steve...
And I can use...
We'll get to Steve in a second. Yes.
I can use my action surge, right?
You can. So if you want, I'm going to say that you are going to. You're going to just do your double movement to start with?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be. I'm seeing 35 foot. We'll say 35 foot. That's fine. Let me get you out of here. If I'm going to say copy.
Basically, I want to see where they're going.
Understood.
Mhm.
I'm going to put you here. So that'd be 35.
Up to mommy's house.
40, 50, 60. I'm going to put you here. Oh, come on. It's not fair. Oh, what am I doing this for? Oh, I can just do it this way. I can just drag you onto here and make it easier on myself. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Just give me a second here. I'm going to go to scenes to see how well this works. And I'm going to go to this one. And you don't need this anymore. So Ken, over at the top left of your screen, you might see something that says
Yes.
wagon assault and under wagon. Yes?
So, on the left, you said?
Top
On
of
the
the
top
left.
left. I don't know if it's showing it or not.
left-hand corner.
Oh, yeah.
My
Under
screen.
wagon assault. Yes, I
Yeah.
see those.
Click on wagon assault because you're now upstairs.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, let me make sure he's
All right.
seeable. 1 second. Boop. This guy should not be invisible. There he is. So you see these two guys are south of you, like over
Okay.
here. There they are. So you
Okay.
can use
All
your
right.
action surge. If you use your action surge, you could move another 30 feet, which would put you even with them, but then you wouldn't have anything left
I wouldn't have
to
anything
attack
to
with.
do.
Right?
Right.
Or you can, use your free action. I mean, you still could use your action surge, but you could use it to shoot your whatever your distance weapons you might have, or a
My
spell
bow,
maybe. I
my
don't know what
light
you got.
cross. I have burning hands, but that won't hit them from here. My crossbow should. So,
So
I'll shoot
looking
them with
at
my.
your
I'll
character
shoot.
sheet, I'll say that you
Yep.
have what is the exact distance? It is. Is that right? Because you moved. They should be about 30 feet away from you. Hold on.
And burning hands shoots 15 feet. Light
Yeah.
crossbow should.
I'm gonna move you
shoot
to
them.
about. I'm gonna move you to here. 1 second. I'll move you up a little bit. All right. So from there, you were about 30 feet away. I'll say that you were 30 feet away from the first goblin and maybe 35 from the goblin captain. So looking at your spells, right? If you go to your spell casting tab, you can see
Yes.
your cantrip Acid Splash does have a range of 60 feet and does 2 targets.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
Thunderbolt is 1 target, any creatures within 30 feet, which is just one of them. And or Grease has a range of 60 feet.
And I could. Yeah, I'll shoot grease at the where the captain is.
All right, you can
Because
get them
then
both with the
he can.
Grease.
Right, he can slip.
He might not.
Might.
So you can
Right.
click off your actions. You can click your action surge if you want to say that, so you know that you used it, and then you can click on the Grease spell. That will be your last spell with your dude, and you can place the Grease spell where you want the Grease spell.
Okay, so action surge used, and then cast grease, cast it, and
You have to
be
place the
right there.
template where you want it.
I thought I did.
I don't see it yet. You could click on where it says place template in the. If it didn't come up.
Oh! I see it. I see it.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
Alright.
Let me see if they updated this yet. They did update it. Oh, how nice.
What's that for?
Let's do. Let's see. Living fluid? I don't know. Protoplasm? I don't see a greasy one. Let's see what living fluid looks like. I'm curious now. What's going on here? Why can't I scroll this down?
Keep it G-rated. PG rated.
Could be. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put there, update. No? Try one more time. Oh, I see some stuff, but it doesn't really do too much, does it? Ah, that's disappointing. Let me try one more thing. Sorry, I'm seeing if this works. I apologize. Let's do a spider web.
All right.
Oh, it kind of half works. Well, it half works. What do you want? It's a bug. That little glowy white thing is spider web. Sorry. They got it to work better than they did last time. All right, so they got to make a dex save, right?
Yes.
And your dex save looks like you have a DC 12. So goblins are pretty dexterous, but it's worth the try. The leader fails.
The new leader.
Holy crap, they both failed. They are crappy goblins. So
That's what they get for running.
They fall prone. So I'll put them down as prone. All right. So, okay. So they're like, "Wah!" And you see them kind of fall over like, "Ah, what is this?" And with that, it is Ranger Rex's turn.
Alright.
So if I go back to over here. So Ranger Rex, you're pretty far back.
Yeah.
It's going to take you 45 feet just to get out. So
Wow.
you're not going to get to probably do much this turn because it's going to take you 30 feet just to get close to the exit. And then if you double move, so I'll give you like an extra like 15 feet. So what I'll do is I will put you wagon assault. All right, so if you click on the wagon assault, you will see where you are on the screen. But you have no other movements, right? You've just got... If you have something that gives you an extra action like Ken did, you can do it. Otherwise, you're kind of out of stuff. But you're out.
Right. Well, I was going to use Entangle, but he already got them, so.
He did get him.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're up there. So if they get further away, you could shoot something at him next turn. But at least you're out of the bottom.
Right.
With that, he's dead. Let me get rid of these goblins. They're in my way.
Moving up the chain.
There we go. Nat, you're up.
I think it's just going to be. I've been looking for anything I can do to boost speed, and I think I'm just going to have to run to follow.
You can fly.
Yeah, it sounds like we're in some kind of a cave, though.
You are, but what's going to happen is, so what this was there was a overturned wagon that the goblins turned into a fortress, and that was destroyed. But there was a hole at the bottom, in the middle of the area that was underneath the wagon that the goblins came down in. So if you go up the hole, you will be outside.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, go fly straight up or as straight up as I can then, and see what
Sure.
we could see with me with just the 30 foot.
Let's see. So from you, how far are you from the entrance? Zoop. It takes you like 30 foot just to get to the bottom of the entrance, it looks like.
Well, 30 foot to the entrance and then 30 foot straight up.
You got it. So let me go back over there. Boop.
Because once I can see him, at least not this round, but next round, I can hit him from a long ways away.
Yep. Let me get you up there. So I'll put you roughly there. And let me give you a plus 30. Well, it's 10 foot up, so I'll say plus 25. Plus 20. All right, if you switch, you should see, right? You're 20 foot up, you're like there.
Yep, it's already loading. There we go.
Okay. 1 second. Okie dokie. So that would be your turn. Let's get back to where we were. So, Vicky.
Can I fly too?
You do have that ability. I forget how far you fly. Let's see. Where is your thing? That is features. Unless you remember how far you fly, that is probably. It's the natural adaptation. Is it celestial? Oh yeah, you can use your otherworldly guise for 1 minute. When you do so, you spout spectral wings and gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed during transformation. So you don't go any faster, but you can fly. You move probably 30. Yes, you do. So you could. Do you want to fly?
No, I guess I don't need to fly.
It's up to you. So I'm going to say that you are about as far as Nat's character is. So you could fly. You can get to the hole, climb up, and then you'd have another 25 feet of movement. I'll just put you there. You don't have to move. 1 second. Well, you could do that too, but it's going to take you to the wrong spot, so don't worry about it. Boop. So I'll put you right there for now until we figure out when to do it. So if you go top left, you see where it says wagon assault?
Hold on. Yes, okay.
Click on wagon assault.
All right, I see it.
Cool. You've got roughly 25, or it was 30. I think it was 35 for Mike. So yeah, you've got whatever I said, 25 feet.
Okay, and where are they?
They're down there in the southwest on their butts. They're over here.
And I can't
Towards
do
where the
anything.
entrance of the wagon was.
I can't do anything?
Probably not. You can move 25 feet. Unless you have some way to give you an extra action or something.
So I already double moved?
You can move another 5 squares. Or you can fly straight up. I don't care.
So I can't do a cantrip.
If the cantrip is a bonus action, yes. And you don't have anything that's sexy. Sorry.
Okay, so I'll just move 5 feet.
5 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I'll go behind.
Yeah, you're going a little crazy there. Hold on 1 second. We'll put you there. Well, I picked up Ken. Sorry, Ken.
That's all right.
All right. All right. So now it's Steve's turn. So Steve, you move a ridiculous amount of speed. You move 40. So, or is it 45? I don't know. He moves.
Step of wind.
He moves 40. What?
There's a technique called Step of the Wind.
Okay.
I don't know what that does,
Let
but
me see how far you move first. So it's 35 feet from
okay.
there. So let me switch you up. So let's go back
Okay.
to the wagon assault. In fact, I'm just going to make this
All
active,
right, I'll click.
and I'm
click
going to put Stevie, basically right next to Mike's character, right? So now you
Okay.
said you've got Step of the Wind, right?
That's what it says.
So feature. So you can spend 1 technique point to take a dash action as a bonus action, which is more or less what they
Okay.
do. You have 2 key points left. So if you want to spend one of them for your...
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough. You got 1 left now. So you can move an additional 40 feet.
Okay.
Which would basically put you... That was your bonus action, right? That would put you... basically like here if you wanted to, like in front of Ken.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to move there, or
Where to
want me
go with that?
like right here?
Right. Okay.
If you want to move there, or if you want me to do it,
Okay.
if you want to do it.
Yeah, you do it, Paul.
All right. So you'll be there.
Right.
So now, you've got your normal action. You're still too far away from these guys, so
Okay.
you can move next to them, but you can't punch them or anything.
Hmm.
But if you move near them, then you'll at least be even with them, right?
Yeah, I'll move there.
All right. So Steve is going to, I'll say Steve moves like around this grease area, right? We'll say that was 35. So we'll say I'll put him right, he's like right next to the captain. The captain's like fallen down in this slop that Ken shot out. And like Steve like runs right in front of him, like puts his hands on his hips or something. It's like, ha, where do you think you're going? Or whatever.
Because I love.
Whatever dialogue you want to go with there, Steve.
That's on top.
All right.
That's not job.
He says, I love mud wrestling.
So it is the goblin's turn, the goblin leader's turn. So the goblin leader is standing there, or he's on the ground. So I know he has to stand up. Let me just double check the spell. Find grease. Ken, this is your favorite spell.
Yes, it is.
Difficult terrain. Okay, so the grease appears standing. Okay. Okay, so he is going to stand up. So the dude can stand up, and that is half his movement. So he is going to go and stand up. And he can still use the disengage. You can still disengage with his bonus action, and then do his normal movement and then his dash. So that would end up being 30, 60, and 15 would be 75. He's just like, and Steve can't take an attack because that's just the way that works.
Yep.
Because he's disengaging as part of that. So 75.
They're pretty good.
75. Leave me alone! I didn't do nothing to you guys. I didn't steal anything from you. And off he goes. And then the other goblin, he's not any smarter than his boss. He will also stand up, and he can make the same movement. He does have to go through difficult terrain to follow him, and he's not the smartest guy. So he would end up being, we'll say, 10 feet less. I want to put him like maybe here, give or take. That's 60. So that's 30, 60, 75. He'd be here. Whoops, sorry. Burp. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. 70. He's there. There's a square behind him. All right, so Ken, you're up. If you want to, so grease is it is not a concentration spell. It just stays there.
Nope. One shot.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Ken,
So-
you are up, sir. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move.
You can move 30.
Yeah. And I am moving my whole board, not my guy. All right. And how far does my crossbow shoot?
Your crossbow will shoot. Light crossbow. So if you click on it, it says the range is 8320. So you can shoot 80 feet. If you shoot farther than 80 feet, you have disadvantage, and it can't be any further than 320.
Can I even see the guy anymore?
Yeah, it's a little complicated. He's over here,
Gotcha.
and the other guy is here. Yeah, they're green.
Right.
The foliage is green. You know, they are actually small humanoids. They're hard to see.
So
That's 15, 20,
25,
25.
25.
That's 30.
30.
You could go there. And then you would
All right.
be 75 feet away from him and 90 feet from the goblin, because I count diagonals. Every other diagonal is further.
I will take the injured one.
Okay. Yeah, if you shoot the
In front of
normal
me.
one, it would be whatchamacallit, normal attack. If you do the captain, it would be a disadvantage.
Right. So I will just try the one that's close to me.
Go for it.
Hello. Come on.
Come on.
Oh! I shot myself in the foot.
That's probably all you got for right now.
Yep.
We didn't do that. Ranger Rex.
Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. What's my movement here?
Your movement is probably 30 unless you have some sort of rangery ability that allows you to do something sexier, which you might because you're a ranger and that's what they do.
Let's see. I have
You do have
Racker, Explorer.
maybe you don't. Excuse my yawn.
All right. Relentless Pursuit. I don't know what that has.
When you hit a creature with your weapon attack, you deal extra damage if the target is below its maximum. The extra damage is equal to its mystic mark. So, remind me of that.
Longbow that has.
Because they're both
So I have two
probably lower
options.
than half. So remind me of that when those comes up.
I have a longbow with a range of 150.
That sounds good.
You
Or
can probably get him from that
I could-
distance. That's
Or I could move, and I also have Entangle, which would hopefully stop them for other people to catch up.
right now. The minion is about 112 feet away, and the leader is 127 feet away. So you could certainly shoot him with your move closer. You can move 30 feet closer and shoot with the bow. I'm going to guess your spells are... you might be able to get one with Entangle.
Entangle's 90 feet.
Yeah,
Entanglement is 90 feet.
You could probably get the wimpier one, but not the leader. Leader's like 130 or whatever it is away. So you can move a little closer.
Right, so I'm going to move up and then try to shoot him
move
with
up 30.
The leader.
I don't think you'll get him with Entangle. You can get him with your bow.
Yeah. All right.
There's your 30.
Maybe I should have. All right.
And from there,
And then
it's 100 feet for the one dude and 115 for the other. So you can shoot either one you want with your bow.
I'll do the one that's in front. Do the leader.
The leader? All right.
Yeah. The furthest away, right? That's the leader.
Yes. Yep.
Block ball. Ugh.
13's not going to do it.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it.
All right. All right, Nat, what do you want to do?
Let's see. Where did I say it was? There it is. Okay. 3. Let's see. Did I get the range right? Yes, 120 foot. Exactly the max range of my spell.
Uh-oh. What do we got?
And the spell gets more powerful the farther it has to go.
This sounds like a deep
Wow.
magic spell.
As soon as I find it.
Yeah, that's the thing with the. That's the thing I hate about this with clerics and druids, because you get all the spells, you just have to pick them. So like,
Oh, really?
you get a lot of slop. Yeah, you get you know all the spells each day. You have to pick which ones you want. A 16 on which one?
The leader. I was measuring the leader.
The leader. Now he's chain and shield. He is a 17. It's a miss.
Wah, wah, wah.
You have any luck?
If he did, he didn't record it.
I don't. He's been healing a lot, so you probably don't. You've got one now. It does
Dang
get
it, I had
better
a-
as you go along.
I had a one-liner. I'll prepared if I hit him.
Ah.
I was going to
All
tell
right.
him, no, you're fired.
You're fired.
Whatever.
Vicky, you're up.
Vicky.
She's on mute. She'll figure it out in a second.
Okay.
She moves around sometimes. She wanders the
Yeah.
house. This is why she has no computer screen. Up, I just heard, I'm coming from afar.
Okay, so they're way over there.
They are way over there. You can move closer 30 feet. They're currently, from you, roughly like 110 or 135 feet, something like that.
Oh, well, I can still hit them with my magic missile.
Well, first you got to move closer. So move 30 feet closer. That would help.
Is that moldy shot?
And you, how many magic missiles have you done? I don't know how you're doing this. So
Automatic reload.
you did it. You have your mage armor up, and you've done 3 magic missiles. You have 2 tonight and 1 tomorrow, or yesterday, last week, whatever. So you are out of
week.
first. You are out of first level spells.
Then I'm
That
going
being-
to hit him with my firebolt.
You let me. You can, because you have 2 second circle slots. You can use magic missile, but you can make it a second level spell, and then you get 4 arrows instead of 3.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Okay. And who are you wanting to hit? And how many missiles are hitting each one?
Got the leader.
The one, yeah, the leader.
All right. Spin
I'm
your-
taking them. Okay.
Yep. Spin your spin, or do your. If you want, just type. First of all, cast the spell, and then if you want to, you could just type, or better yet, just in the box type /R 44 plus 4,
Okay.
and I'll just take off one of your spell slots.
There's no kill like overkill.
There you go.
How do I cast it?
You don't even have to now. I'll show you how to cast it later.
Okay.
When you cast it, only asks you for one missile at a time, or one missile only, which is annoying. So just type /R space 4d4 plus 4. And I'll show you an easier way to do it later.
Whoa.
Did it work?
So while you did 10, you spun 3 1s and a 3.
Oh, well, I can I can re-roll with my empowered spell.
Well, it's okay because he had 9 hit points as I look at him. So that was enough. That was enough to, even though that was a crappy roll, it was good enough. As he gets hit with these force arrows, he's like, "This is all your fault."
Yeah.
Ah!
That's what you get.
And with that, it is Stevie's turn.
Okay.
So, Steve, you are 50 feet away from this bozo. So, you can move. What can you move? 40? 45?
40.
40.
40.
So, you can get close. And then it's up to you. I mean, you could spend your last key point to move right next to him. And then you
Right.
could do your punching. Or whatever you want.
That sounds good. I'll do that.
All right. So I'll just move you there.
Please.
And if you can actually spin your spins, you could do that too.
Okay.
Your unarmed attack, please.
Okay, I'm going to do an unarmed attack. Normal.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Walloped
So-
them.
Steve, this time when you spin your damage, tell it that it's critical.
All right, hold on.
So click the damage button and tell it critical.
So hold on a second. I'll go up to the top and put this. All right, I got it. Just a second. Okay, let's scroll to the bottom.
It will be at the bottom, yeah. And it will have the little damage button. Click on that. And this time, tell it, like I said, tell it critical instead of normal.
All right, get in there. Okay, damage.
Mm-hmm.
And critical.
Critical. Yep.
25. Oh,
No, that was
sorry.
your spin to hit.
No, that was your spin.
You did 6. Again, not the best roll, and he's near death. Can you hit him one more time with your offhand? You can spin to hit.
Okay.
He is near death.
Try to roll. See.
You see the damage button, or you need help?
I see damage.
I mean the attack button. The attack button.
Yeah.
The attack button.
It's right above the.
Got it.
All right. There it comes. Ah,
Oh.
Almost.
Steve is just drawing this out. Well, you missed. So you can.
Nope. You missed.
It don't work that way. All right. So this goblin. It's the goblin's turn.
Yeah.
Steve gets the luck.
Yeah, you get a luck. Very good, Vic. Thank
Okay.
you.
What's that for?
And because you missed. Whenever you missed, you get 1 luck that you can add to your character sheet.
Right.
There's a section there called luck. Hit the little plus,
Yeah.
so you can
Yeah.
use that to try and hit better next time.
Hey, thanks.
All right. So the last goblin's like, "No, boss! Ah, And he just like tries to run, and he's going to disengage and do his thing. So he's going to run another 90 feet. And Ken, it's your turn. If you want to try and figure out some way to shoot that far, you are welcome. I think you can, because I think your bow was like 320 feet. So
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I'll have to do. But I
30,
can't.
it'd
I
be a
can't even see the
disadvantage, but
guy
you
in the
can.
forest.
It's a disadvantage, but you can shoot. It's
All
up to
right,
you.
so I know he's down this way, but I don't see him. He's blended
He's
in.
all the way down in
thing
the middle of
for
the
me.
road. Hold up. He's down
You
here.
just gotta move your screen out.
It's okay.
Like,
That's him.
that's him.
Gotcha. All
He
right.
is 140 feet away. You can shoot at him at disadvantage.
All right. I will try that.
Go for it.
Let me click on him. I think I clicked him. Come on. Bring up my character. And use disadvantage. Oh, shot myself in the foot again.
It just falls nearby from a distance. Ranger Rex, if you have anything you want to try.
I will try to move up and try the bow again.
All right, so move up 30, as far as 30 you can go, or in his direction, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I got the screen so small I can't see when I'm moving.
Well, that's 2.
I think I'm right to here.
We'll say there. Yep, right next to Ken. I love the
All
fact that he
right.
has it all for you. He is 145 feet away from you.
5 yards within range. I got 150 yard range.
Yeah, so that's right, 150 normal. You shoot regularly at him.
Wow.
Your bow is better than Ken's bow.
I'm just using a crossbow.
15.
That will hit. That's 19.
19. That's a hit.
Take him down, John.
Oh,
yeah. If you want to describe how you kill this goblin, feel free. He is quite dead. He had
You
2 hit
pinned him
points
to the
left,
ground.
and you did 10. He is quite dead.
Arrow through the back of the neck, right through the mouth. He threw up my arrow.
So with that, you have cleared all these guys out. Now, Nat doesn't know, but you are only a couple hours from town. So while we have a couple seconds here, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move you guys into the splash screen for 1 second, just because it will make everything less complicated, I guess. Burp.
Okay.
So what you can do to explain this, right, is after combat or during your day, you can take what's called a short rest or a long rest. So if you take a short rest, that only takes 1 hour, and basically you rest, right? You will get back, to start with, you will get back certain spell slots potentially when you short rest, depending on what your character is, or you may not, right? You might have certain abilities that help you rest. In addition, each of you have what's called hit die, right? So, Ken, you and Ranger Rex, you have D10 for hit die. Steve, what is a monk? Is it D8?
That's 3.
I forget. Is it D8? I think it's D. It is D8. So
Okay.
you get 3 D8, and
Right.
Vicky's character gets a D6, and Mike's character probably, or Nat's character also probably gets a D8. So if you look on your character sheet as you're doing your short rest, what you can do is if you go all the way to the bottom of your character sheet. Well, let me before I say that, are you going to take a short rest for an hour and then go into town?
Yes. And
Okay, you're not going to
find out
sleep
if
out here
find out
overnight.
if the
If you
no, I
okay,
don't
just
think
making
so.
sure. If you sleep overnight, anytime you sleep overnight somewhere, assuming nothing bothers you in the night, right? Then you get everything back. You get all your hit points back. You get all your spell slots back, and at your level, you probably get all your hit dice back. So you're back to full after a long rest. If you take a short rest, right, like I said, you'll get some hit points back. So if you click on the button at the very bottom of your character sheet under Other, you'll see where it says Short Rest and Long Rest. Click on Short
Yep.
Rest. And when you click on
Yep.
Short Rest, it's going to ask you, and Vicky and Nat probably know it better than me because I'm a forever DM, but it will ask you how many dice that you want to spend, more or less, for your short rest. So if you tell it, say, let's say in Ken's case, so Ken, because you're a fighter type, you get a D10. So if you tell it to
Okay.
spend 2d10, you will get back 2d10 hit points on your short rest.
Okay.
So
Okay?
you click on roll. I might just roll D8.
You roll D8 because monks are D8, right?
Right.
Now you have 18 hit points out of 27. Now,
Right.
if you spend two of your dice, I mean,
Uh
to
huh.
be quite honest, you can spend them one at a time because you can see the result and then decide to spend more, right? So you can
Okay.
spend up to three dice
Okay. It does say
and
that.
get back however many hit points that you want to get back,
Okay.
depending on how many dice you spin.
All right. I'll
And
try one.
then if there's anything else you get for short rest, you get that.
The
For
8 back
example, as
on my
you're all
first roll.
spinning dice. So
I got 8 back.
Vicky, because I don't know sorcerers as well as I know wizards, but you have you
Have-
have something.
Okay. It does say.
Um,
They have sorceress renewal.
Well, do I
yeah,
look under?
whatever it's
Do
called. What he
I look
say?
under current?
Whenever you're ready. So I'm just trying to find the wording so I could tell her where it's at.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's called
Spell.
yeah. It's called sorceress renewal. It's on the features page.
Spellcasting, meta magic, flexible spell, empowered spell, mental fortitude. Well, I don't see that on here, but I know she has it for something.
Yeah, she should have it by now.
Um. Oh well, you can. Well, for her, she can create. It's under font of magic in her case. She can convert spell slots to sorcery points, or the other way around. That's font of magic. So, you can.
Oh.
Oh,
My
sorceress.
sorcery.
Yeah. Sorceress renewal is 5th level.
Okay,
That allows you to regenerate sorcery points.
gotcha. So she can spend your sorcery points to gain one arcane spell slot as a bonus action on your turn, creating spell slot. So she can create two. She can create one first level spell slot for two sorcery points if she wishes. Right now, or she can spend three and get a second level spell. So, how many spell? Do you know how many? Do you recall how many
Yes.
points you get? How many points do you have, Vic?
5.
You have five. So, if you just want to spend them to get spell slots back, you could get either a two first level spells and have 1 point left, or you could have a first and a second and have 0 points left.
I still have one of my second left.
That is true. That is your last. That is your last non-cantrip spell slot you have left. So you could finish this if you want to do them now, and you could do have 2 firsts and a second, or you can have 1 first and 2 seconds. But if you have 2 firsts and a second, you still have 1 point left.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, then. I'm having trouble opening up my character sheet. I can't even double click on it.
Try hitting F5 to refresh the browser.
Oh. Oh, darn it.
That's bugged.
Yeah, it's still a little bugged from upgrading to 13.
Yeah, draw power allows you to recover first or second level spell, but the slider to select second, and it only did first anyway.
Yeah.
So I will adjust it manually.
So I do it under empowered spell?
You can I think you're keeping track of your points manually anyway. I don't think they're written anywhere that I see. So if you want under spellcasting, are you doing 2 first and a second and having an extra point, or are you going to do all your points and do 1 first and 2 seconds?
I'll do 1 first and 2 seconds.
Okay. So on your spellcasting sheet where it says all your spells.
Well, wait, I can't have 2 seconds because I have a total of 2 and I already have 1 left.
I'm giving you the net. You're going to recover 1 first level and 1 second level to give you a net of 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You're getting 2 slots back, and that will total 1 for first and 2 for second. So on your sheet where it says 0 out of 4 for first circle,
Yeah.
just overwrite the 0 and make it say 1 out of 4. And then for second circle, overwrite the 1 and say 2 out of 2.
Okay.
And give me 1 second to get a drink. Is everyone good with healing? Whatever healing you're doing. You look like that you are all unharmed.
Yep.
Give me 1 second to refresh my drink. Give me like 30 seconds because I'm thirsty.
On the clock.
Hi, guys. I'm Nat.
Hi, Matt. Steve.
And, I'm Ken.
Hey, John.
So you're all old friends of his?
We've all known Paul for years. I've known him since he was in high school. Some of these guys knew him since he was in college. And yeah, I think everyone knew him since at least college.
Yeah, it's that.
I've known.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
Can't take me to the hospital.
Sorry, I was getting a drink too.
Hospital? What did I miss?
we were saying where we knew you from, but I don't know where Stevie just said.
He's in the hospital, remember?
I think it was prison, wasn't it?
Vicky. Vicky took it.
Vicky
Dr.
took you to the
Payne.
hospital back at Penn State when you walked into a pole.
Yeah.
Is that what we're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Payne.
I don't even think you drank that much that night, Steve. I don't know what you're doing, man.
They told me they moved the poles inside the sidewalk. It's on P Street.
All right. So let's do this. Let's go into here. And let me get this going.
Get it going.
Yep.
So can we assume that we went through that hole and looked for any treasure or anything?
Yeah, I'll give you. I'll say that you. Let me see what.
Like specials.
Let me see what the one dude had. 1 second.
I mean, they were hijacking treasure carts. And
They were hijacking treasure. You did not find that whatever treasure they had in that area.
Bastards.
So wherever they hid it, It was
They're
not
also goblins.
necessarily there.
Yeah.
The frame of it.
It was
But also-
wherever the damn captain was running to.
Yeah, there are also goblins. A cooking pot, if it's shiny enough, is considered a treasure.
You know, I'll say as you
One.
go through, you know, the stuff that's underneath the wagon, you might find some, you know, a little bit of gold, right? I'll total it up and shortly, a little bit later, but
Right.
nothing spectacular. But you do go back into town because I mean, you cleared out the threat. You're assuming you're going to get paid, right? So you come into town, and the mayor, or was it the mayor? It was the guy who
Captain of the guard or
merchant.
whatever he was.
The merchant, right? The merchant guy is you know, comes out and, you know, he's like, you're back. You all look like you're in good shape. How did it go?
Then we tell them the goblins are dead.
Yeah.
And here's your wagon back.
He says, job well done. Job well done. You know, I might have some other work for you. And he starts to go into it, and he starts to talk, and all of a sudden you hear these yells and screams that are coming from the other side of the square. And as you look, you see that a bunch of other goblins have appeared coming into the center of town with another wagon covered in this one in metal with a turret on top of it that has, like, you know, a bow on it, like a crossbow. And you just hear someone from inside the wagon say, revenge against the town, get him, hurry. And you hear these muffled voices inside the wagon. We're pedaling as fast as we can. We're trying to get there. And you see a bunch of other guards around this as well. What time is it? It's close to 10. Do you want to stop here and try for Mike next week, or go a little further?
I'd like to stop.
Okay. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right. So
Stevie needs his breaks.
he does.
I did pretty good tonight.
There you go.
Better
You
than
stayed
last
Yes, you
hydrated.
did.
You stayed hydrated. Good job, sir.